Hello, Fr Willie O'Byrne here. As we approach the end of Lent, the beginning of Holy Week is upon us, and the celebration of Easter, that joyful time for all Christians. Holy Week, as you know, is the most sacred week in the Catholic Church's liturgical calendar. It marks the last week of Lent, leading up to Easter Sunday. It begins on Palm Sunday, which is next Sunday, and ends on Holy Saturday, the day before Easter Sunday. Palm Sunday, it commemorates Jesus' triumphal entry into Jerusalem, where he was greeted by crowds of people who waved palm branches and laid them on the ground in front of him. His popularity was very high with a large number of people, but of course Jesus knew that he was heading into Jerusalem and it was going to be a time of turmoil and pain and suffering, and eventually he was going to give his life out of love for all of us. Now, Blessed Palm will be available as we commemorate that event in the churches here in Kill or Ardclough on Palm Sunday. Next Tuesday, we have our annual penitential service. That's an opportunity for all of us, people of the parish, the priests, we all come together to seek God's mercy and healing in the sacrament of reconciliation. And that takes place on Tuesday evening here in St. Bridget's Church in Kill at 7:30. And I'd love to see a big turnout for that. Thank you. Holy Thursday marks the Last Supper of Jesus Christ with his apostles. In many churches, during the Mass of the Last Supper, the priest maybe would in some way commemorate the washing of the feet, which Jesus did, representing and symbolizing Jesus' act of humility. Jesus did that in order to get across to his own disciples that he came to serve rather than to be served. And he wants to get the same message across to us. On Holy Thursday, of course, we have the very first Mass celebrated, when Jesus blessed the bread and broke it and handed it to his disciples. He said the words, "Do this in memory of me." Then Good Friday. Good Friday is a day when is sad in the Christian church because we are commemorating Jesus crucified. And we commemorate this event with a solemn service known as the Passion of the Lord. The service includes the reading of the Passion, the veneration of the cross, and then Holy Communion. Holy Saturday. Holy Saturday is the day when Jesus' body lay in the tomb. And we commemorate this day with the Easter Vigil Mass on Holy Saturday night. In our parish, it will be at 9 o'clock in both churches, which includes the blessing of the Easter fire, the lighting of the Paschal candle, the singing of the Exultet, which is the song of joy, "Rejoice, rejoice, Jesus Christ is risen." And the celebration of the Eucharist then concludes that ceremony. Easter Sunday then is the most significant day of the year for all of us Christians, as it commemorates the resurrection of Jesus Christ. We celebrate Easter Sunday with our Masses and reflecting on the happenings at resurrection time, and maybe then celebrating in another way, feasting and sharing Easter eggs and other treats. It's my sincere hope that as many as possible of the parishioners will be able to join us in the Church of Kill and Ardclough for some of the ceremonies, or all of them, if at all possible, either in person or even online. And so on behalf of Father Matt and myself, I would just like to wish all the parishioners of Kill, Ardclough and Johnstown peace, happiness and well-being this Easter time as we approach the end of Lent and the beginning of Holy Week and the celebration of Easter. So I hope you enjoy this celebration and God's blessing on all of you. Amen.
Do not be afraid, I am with you. I have called you each by name.